Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Myself, Online Luke. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry about the sun again. It's just such a beautiful day. I just couldn't resist getting out. But although you probably can't see me or the camera, but hey ho, we'll sort it out. This is the second part to a video explaining basically where I've been for the last good few months. What's gone wrong in my business, what mistakes I've made. And once I've got all that out of the way, the more important videos will be highlighting the mistakes that I've made so that you guys can avoid them. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole overview of the previous video. Feel free to search for that. I think I'll put part 1 and part 2 on it so you can get the gist of it. Basic overview. Unhappy mechanic, wanted to get out of the sort of dead-end job as I felt it was. Desperate to get out. Spent a lot of money trying to do so, tried a lot of businesses. By the time I actually came to find online arbitrage, I was on a knife edge financially. So I'd spent a lot of money trying to get out, basically. So that was kind of the gist of the first video. I touched on at the end of the first video, major problem with being on a knife edge when you start a business like I did with OA is you're desperate. Now, desperation isn't a good place to start a business. It's not a good way to make decisions. It's kind of like, I know that there's an element of gambling in business. You know, you have to throw the dice sometimes. You have to try something. But there's a big difference between doing that when you're desperate and doing that when it's a sensible, calculated choice. Good way, I suppose, of showing that would be if you put all of your money on red and it lands on black, you're screwed. If you put some of your money on red and you roll black, it sucks, but you can get over it and carry on. Starting a business desperate is kind of like putting all your money on red. Every time you make a decision, you know, this had to work. It was always if this doesn't work, it's kind of over situation, which leads you to bad decisions. So I got into arbitrage. We had a few issues there, just normal ones that everybody else has. But like I say, when you're desperate, they turn into bigger problems. Eventually, found it was actually a friend that I got talking to that had a wholesale business, and he offered me an amazing opportunity where he didn't have an Amazon account, so I was listing products that we talked about together, but mainly ones that he knew sold well through his website. So he would give me all the details for this item and I'd list them on Amazon. I didn't have to buy any stock. He even, this was just incredible, said that we would 50-50 the profit because he wasn't selling them otherwise. So it was awesome. So I obviously jumped at the chance, asked a few people in the group, you know, what their opinions were. Got some good feedback, and I decided to go for it. He didn't want to do FBA. He wanted to continue sending them out with a method he'd always used, which I wasn't overly happy with, but I didn't want to lose the opportunity completely. The postal method he was using, if you've been in a group, you'll have heard me moaning about them before, and I'm trying to stop moaning about them. But at the time, they were a well-known company beginning with H. They are now a well-known company beginning with E. I don't want to get in trouble for slagging them off, but they're appalling. Do not use them. Anyway, we sold 30 units in under a week. Okay, this is the first time I was having like £1,000 days on Amazon, and it was going to be a 50% profit for each item. They were quite high end. They were between £105 and £120 per product. The markup was great. So I was so excited that I took my eye off. Gone over a sty here. I hope this doesn't result in a funny video. It's meant to be a serious one. I took my eye off the rest of my business, basically. I stopped reordering, and I allowed it to kind of come to a grinding halt. Because assumed that this was going to be it. The guy even said to me, we'll definitely get you out of the motor trade now. Like, we're really storming along. So everything was looking good. A few days later, I bumped into him. He said, "How are we doing sales-wise?" I said, "Good. Had a few emails saying that the products hadn't turned up. In fact, the first email we got said the box has turned up and it's got a pair of women's knickers in it." So I obviously had just assumed that was nonsense. Unfortunately, the emails kept coming, and they kept coming, and they kept coming. Out of the, I can't remember the exact numbers, out of the 32 or 34 products that we sent out, that he sent out using the company beginning with H, that now begin with E, I think, if I remember rightly, 4 of the products were actually delivered to the customer. The rest of them, some of them are multiple orders, for the barber shops, things like that, all of them gone. So I ended up with a very awkward conversation with my friend, telling him, "I'm really sorry, all those products we sent out have gone, like they're lost." Because we didn't have the protection of Amazon from using FBA, there's nothing you could do from that side of things. And the company beginning with H were super unhelpful. Like, kind of denied it and said that their product package losses were where they should be and it's not too high and it was fine. So he obviously didn't want to risk any more products. Luckily, he took the brunt of that. That cost him, as you can imagine, several £1,000s to put right. I then had my Amazon account shut because there were so many orders refunded, and a few people complained, rightly, because their products didn't turn up, that I had my account suspended. Previous to that, Amazon was servicing my debt. So when my monthly bills came out and my loans and credit cards and all those things needed paying, Amazon was paying those for me with the profit I was making. So I wasn't reinvesting it, it was paying debt. Once the account was suspended, I was then paying the debt myself. Stagnant. Things got very, very stagnant, to the point where I couldn't continue. I couldn't continue selling on Amazon because it was shut. I will do an excellent video. Well, the video might not be excellent, but the content will be. Really good, useful video, should I say, on how I got my account back open and who helped me and who you should go to. So there will be a video on that after these 2 whingy videos. So basically my Amazon business came grinding to a halt and I had debt mounting and mounting. I needed to do something. I'm still a mechanic. So this is where the year got really tough. I then was offered an opportunity to go self-employed as an oven cleaner because the money was good. My friend was doing it and I just needed a change, I needed a break, I needed extra money to help pay the debt that was mounting up. So I went for it. I never realised, I worked pretty hard before, never realised how hard oven cleaning would be. It was basically working out at high intensity for 7 to 10 hours every day, which was really tough. It was taking its toll on me, big time. Grumpy when I got home with the kids, I was just falling asleep every night at silly o'clock like an old man. Aches and pains at the beginning. It was tough. It was really tough. It was a bumpy ride. Now the good news that I mentioned in the previous video, and I'll mention again now, came out of the blue. We've got some friends basically offered me a management job in a company that they're just starting up. Wow. It blew me away. I could not believe that I'd been given this opportunity, having spent so long trying to get out of a grafting job that I didn't enjoy and falling into a even harder grafting job I really didn't enjoy, to be given this opportunity. Now, it's almost a dream job. It involves things that I love. And it's great. People are great. Really, really enjoying it. Which I think is why I've started to do the videos again, and I want to talk about it, because I feel like I was almost drowning, treading water at best. And now I've kind of got my head up out of the water. And it's given me a chance to think freshly about Amazon and what I want to do with my business. I think it's still going to be a side hustle when I get it back up and running, but that's fine now because it's not desperate. I'm not desperately needing it to make me, a full-time entrepreneur. It might do, but the desperation has gone, as I've already said. For me, the desperation was what was causing me the problem. So to now have that desperation removed, I think I'm going to enjoy building the Amazon business back up a bit more. There's certainly a lot of stuff I'm going to do differently. Okay, so that's where we are, guys. Kind of, there's obviously been a lot more bumps in the road than that, but I wanted to just highlight the biggies, kind of let you know just what I can sort of bring to the next few videos in just teaching you some little tricks and teaching you, just telling you, talking to you about how the mistakes I made, and then you'll probably be able to work out yourself like how not to make them. It's just about being in a different mindset than desperate, because when you're in desperate mindset, you make desperate decisions which are generally counterproductive. Okay, so yeah, going to make a few videos highlighting all the bits and bobs that have gone wrong, hopefully to help you do better with your business, and I really do hope they work. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next, because as I said, I haven't got a massive bundle of money to throw at stock right now. So I'm actually looking at drop shipping at the moment, perhaps to get some money in the pot to start arbitrage again. It's annoying. I'm watching Q4 rapidly approaching, and I can see people doing good, and I feel like I'm missing out. But hey ho, yeah, regroup, come back at it again. Okay, so yeah, keep hustling, guys. Don't get desperate, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.